I'm all out of salt. I'm not gonna cry. Won't give you what you want, cause I look way too good tonight. I'm all out of salt. Tears are running dry. Can't give you what you want, cause I look way too good tonight. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with an Earth 2 update video. Sorry for the late upload. Crazy morning, crazy night. Referral code down below that helps me 100% and keeps you with upcoming videos because it keeps me from. How do you think advertisements will work? When they develop the app, will you be able to look through your phone and see what everything looks like? Yeah, that's pretty much the idea. For the most part, that's how virtual reality works. You stick a phone to your face and then you look every which way, and then you see what's on the inside of the game. Pokemon Go has something similar with augmented reality. You see the real world, but with other things inside it. This game might have that during one of the phases or one of the updates. Oh, hey, look at that field. But in that field, on your phone, can be a fantastic water slide or a monster fight. Speaking of which, I would love to see a Riptar versus Godzilla versus Tyranitar, a triple threat match with some really great dinosaurs or monsters. Uh, have you gotten any international transaction fees using PayPal to purchase tiles? Right now, the only thing that PayPal seems to charge extra for is currency conversion. That fee currently is 3.5%. This is something that will be fixed during the updates in the next coming months. You will have Venmo and Square's Cash App on there as well. I advocate for Cash App a little bit more just because there are more users and you can do other stuff on there like buy Bitcoin, buy fractional shares of stocks. But again, both are good. And just because Venmo only has a certain amount of users on there, it doesn't mean that it doesn't work just as well. Okay, I just like Cash App better. Speaking of which, there might also be a virtual stock market. Companies make money in the game and might do an initial public offering where they issue out shares, and the value of those shares can go up as company continues to make money. It'd just be a way for companies just to start out. That they're starting out, they want to raise money and use that to buy more materials to pay more people, and just this way they grow and expand. This is why other people can own part of that company. So that'd be a way if, let's say, you have a security company and they do really well guarding, 3 or 10 or 30 tiles, but there's only 3 of them. They can only do so much. They want to be able to take on bigger jobs and maybe, let's say, look after tiles that have a couple of hundred tiles. Even if you have an owner that has 750 tiles, but they also bought another property which is 750 tiles right next to them. They can't do that with just 3 people. They want to say, hey, we're going to issue out shares to our company. You guys can buy them. We can get it. We can hire more people to do that. And this way we can do bigger jobs. That's just an example of how they might be able to do it. How will weather and geography work? Will it be the same? Will there be mountainside ravines or as tall or as deep as they are in real life? And will drops become flat land? Will the stuff that is colored one way on the map box be the same color later down the line when they roll this out in game playing? The developers have said that if you have a tile that is on top of a mountain and your neighbor one tile over, that is your starting point, you will be higher than theirs is. Elevation is something that will come into play. Just because a lot of man-made things are wiped doesn't mean nature will be. You will have some people at Mount Everest, and then that one dude pretending to be Gandalf casting spells off of it. But the developers did say that digging will be also a key part of the game as well. So you should be able to dig however low and however deep that you want to do. Building a submarine and going down into deep sections of the ocean is something I'd love to do as well. Look at the flora and the fauna and really just the Great Barrier Reef off of Guam, wherever you have it. The colors, I'm unsure if that means anything. I don't think they would waste computing power trying to change the natural colors, unless they do change naturally, like the Northern Lights or an eclipse or something along those lines. That would be really cool to see in the game in virtual reality. I haven't seen the Northern Lights in real life. I would love to see that in the game where I could just teleport somewhere. That'd be really cool. Where do I get my info? Where I get my information is just the FAQ, known as the FAQ, down at the homepage. Just scroll down a little bit right there, or the official Facebook. They'll make announcements on Discord, and then they'll just share them onto Facebook. So you can do it either or. Whichever way, or just continue watching my videos because I'm entertaining. Everyone type F in the chat for those subscribers that are unsubscribing now and just going to do that. When people spend money, do we know if people are buying tiles from the game or lots from other players? I myself don't know. The data is out there. You have prices of tiles and how many have been sold. You can tell what that is just by logging on. So you could potentially take two countries, and look at the amount of tiles sold for both of them, and then how much price is per tile. If they have around the same amount of tiles sold, but one is more expensive than the other by a wide margin, that one will have had more person to person sales. Like, for example, if you have, let's say, China and Russia, they have the same amount of tiles sold. Let's say they have 300,000 tiles sold each, but China is, $5 when Russia's $3. Why does that? That doesn't make sense. Well, it's probably just because China has had a lot more person to person sales. Or if they've just been buying the same amount of tiles, they should be the same price. So if that clears it up. I hope it does. Will land we own be protected? Can people steal land from us? Well, there are a few answers here. One, the land we have can never be, quote, stolen. If we do pay for the tile, we own that tile until we sell it. The two ways that we might be able to use that land we have the way we want is A, to rent it out to someone, or B, someone takes it from us in a fight. Again, that's how we might be able to not use the land the way they want, just because if we rent it out, those people are going to do whatever they want with it. We'll be contractually obligated to let them do that. Or B, again, someone can take it to us in a fight. You will still get bonuses for everything that those people do on the land. A way to protect from having unwanted guests is to hire a team or a guild to protect you from those bad guys. Something you could probably do in resources or credits, whichever they allow. But again, this might not be necessary, as we will have a peaceful world and a warring world. I don't think we'd have anything as hardcore as the Purge, where anything's legal and chaos is available for one night. But there might be a village or town that is run that way. Guidebook Gaming asked me on a stream the other night, will politics be involved? If so, what role would you like to play? I don't know. I would like to be head of a town at some point. In real life, I would like to run for Congress one day. I don't think I could do that in New York, but I'd have to probably move for that. But what I would like to do is run a town in virtual game, and it would be just, whatever you want. Pretty much make it easier for me. How will they handle death, respawning, and the dropping of weapons? All right. It does make sense that a type of death would occur. It would be weird if your avatar could go underwater for an hour with no consequences or fall off a cliff and have nothing happen to it, especially if you're in those warring times. But death would probably be handled like fainting in Pokemon, where you just wake up at a Poke Center. In the game, you'd probably just respawn at your house. You don't have a house, just one of the properties that you have. But that does bring up another point. Let's say if you respawn at your house, maybe you're not at full health. But if you respawn at a hospital or med center, then you might be at full health. Now again, they're going to wipe all or most man-made buildings. So this could be another reason that incentivizes people to build medical centers. People say, oh, if I choose to respawn here, I get higher health. Let me pay this person an extra $1 a month or whatever, or resources to be able to do that, as long as they have room. That just not prevents it, really incentivizes people to build more hospitals, especially near battlegrounds, because they want to respawn close to the war. I think that would be something that they would do. That's it for me today. Or please watch for my videos later. Pokemon, Tesla, and another one of the Earth 2 updates later on tonight. I'm losing my voice, so it might not happen, but I gotta go. I love you guys. I lost my voice for y'all. Meow.